Allan Bakke, 33-year-old white male, applied to the University of California, Davis School of Medicine in 1973 and 1974. Bakke was denied both times, even though special applicants were admitted with a significantly lower academic score. The university often turns down well-qualified minority applicants. The reason for the special applicants' acceptance was for either being members of a minority group or being economically and/or educationally disadvantaged. Out of all the Caucasians applying under an economically and/or educationally advantaged, none were accepted. In 1974, the Special Admissions Committee explicitly stated they would consider only candidates who were from explicitly designated minority groups. After Bakke was rejected a second time, he filed an action in state court alleging that the Special Admissions Program operated to exclude him on the basis of his race in violation of the Equal Protections Clause of the 14th Amendment. Bakke's oral argument stated that the University of California declined him due to his race, violating the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The university's oral argument stated that in 1969, the faculty staff of Davis concluded that drawing into the medical college qualified members of minorities would yield important educational, professional, and social benefits, and that the affirmative program at Davis is a constitutional way of making up for discrimination of these minority groups and giving those groups the opportunity to succeed in society. There were two separate opinions of the court, followed by Justice Powell's opinion. Justices Brennan, White, Marshall, and Blackmun's opinion stated that race could be used as a factor when it was for the purpose of remedying substantial chronic underrepresentation of certain minorities in the medical profession. As for Chief Justice Berger and Justices Stewart, Rehnquist, and Stevens, their view on the issue that whether race could ever be a factor was not an issue in the case, but that the special admissions program under consideration violated Title VI because it excluded from consideration an applicant on the basis of race. The last opinion, stated by Justice Powell, concluded that though race could not be the basis for excluding a candidate, race may be one of many factors in admissions considerations. After having a conference within the court, the majority sided with Justice Stevens' view, with Justice Powell being the determining vote. This said that the University of California Davis Special Admissions Program was being unconstitutional because it excluded applicants on the basis of race, making Bakke a required acceptance to the university. Justice Powell stated that writ of certiorari, which is appealing the appeal system of the court, the process was irrelevant. Also, during the case, the Harvard College Admissions Program had been filed as an amicus curiae, being a friend of the court, as an example of a constitutionally valid affirmative action program which took into account all of an applicant's qualities, including race, in a holistic review. The outcome of this case ultimately led to the banning of racial quotas, stating that they were unconstitutional by Justice Powell. Also, California banned the state's use of race as a factor to consider in public schools' admissions policies.